So, before we open it up, and I know it's late, I wanted to know, tell us a little bit about the genesis of each of your films.
This what?
The genesis, how did it start? How did you decide this is the movie I want to make?
Yeah, so the co-director of that film was actually a cinematographer friend, and then we're both from China. So before, and he at that time he was about to leave, and then went back to China to start his career again. So before that, I was just like, why don't we just make a Super 8 film together? Yeah, so that's how it started. Yeah.
Awesome.
For me, yeah, like as the film said, I was supposed to shoot a feature in February, and then they canceled the production, so I was going insane mentally because at that time, I don't know if you felt that way, but there was a question of whether cinema was still possible at that time. So I was like, I don't know if would still be able to make films in general, and like, films are one of my reasons for living, and so I was feeling that way and was going through a tough time mentally, and then I saw Hong Sang-soo's The Woman Who Ran, which he shot during the pandemic. So I felt that okay, so cinema is still possible, and I can do something like this, like with no money, or like with just. I mean, he didn't do it that way, but for me, for myself, like I can do something like it, and so I gave it a shot, like just to save myself and to keep myself from going insane.
Both of your films were very cutting edge and very different than the more traditional films from your country. So I wondered which worldwide filmmakers were your influence, or what style or what films influenced each and every one of you?
So for me, I think there wasn't that much film that influenced me of like this film. There's one film called Will You Look at Me by Shuli Huang. He's a Chinese filmmaker, and then he made an amazing super short film called and it won the Queer Palme d'Or, which influenced me a lot. And then I didn't know like how powerful and also how beautiful super 8 film it is. So we just made a try.
Because I felt also you're kind of in dialogue with French New Wave in a way.
Yeah, maybe. But I actually didn't think about that, but maybe subconsciously thinking that. Yeah.
For me, like I said, Hong Sang-soo, Kiyoshi Kurosawa, I was also thinking about him. Romer, like just in general. But my favorite filmmaker of all time is John Cassavetes. He's the one that's really inspired me, inspiring to me all the time. And actually, the part where it said this film that you have just seen was an improvisation, that's actually a reference to his film Shadows.
I actually wanted to ask you if you were influenced, because it's like organized spontaneity, which has magic that exists in your film that also exists in his films.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, we'll open it up. Questions? Anybody? Yeah.
Question for after that. You did such a great job of isolating your lead in all of those environments. Did you have a hard time finding like the right time of day to shoot to really make it look like they were alone on the planet?
Thank you for asking. And by the way, that's Jim Law, the loneliest actor in the world. Hi Jim, thank you. So yeah, thank you. So yeah, the process was really hard. So especially there's a space center that seeing the location. It's a hotel, and then we just jump in secretly shot there, and we waited for like maybe half an hour to see, oh, there's no one here, and then Jim, come on, let's go, and then Jim's like, okay, cool. So that was like, and then we finished that. Yeah, so, thank you.
Yes.
For Bebe, the music at the end, the band, was that related to the film, or who were they, if you don't mind speaking?
Who were they? That was us. That was the crew. The cast and the crew could make it. I mean, that was just an idea that I really wanted to do, like, make a music video for the ending. Just something fun to do, and like, just the idea that, okay, we're making a music video, but we don't know how to play anything. I mean, that's like also like the theme of the movie itself, like, just do things even if you don't know how to do them, like, do it for fun, do it for yourself, whatever. And then, but I told my crew, like, we would do the music video if we get a premiere. And thankfully, so yeah, we got to do the music video.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask because you filmed this during COVID, right? Bebe, is that correct? Bebe?
Oh,
Did you
okay.
film during COVID?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was that? Because I know especially like in the Philippines compared to here anyway, lockdown was really strict. So how did you go about
That was December 2021, so it was a bit more loose. But yeah, we had to follow like the what do you call it, protocols and rules. Like we still wear masks all the time on the set, and like also the COVID tests. We really had to do them before and after the shoot, so that like also took up a bit of our budget. Those PCR tests? I forgot what they're called.
The story within the story that you got grant from Film Fund. So that's real or that's just in the story?
That is real as fuck. What is funny is now we're talking that festival, that's a Philippine festival, so you probably don't know about it. But what's funny now is that we are talking to them because they want to show this film after they like canceled my grant. Okay, guess that's how life works.
What did they say about it? Did they see the movie?
One of the programmers has seen the movie, and one or two of them, because they, of course, they found out that it got into Slamdance. I'm not sure they knew that it was a movie that was sort of like had something to do with their festival. I mean, I was actually being nice. I should have been more. Should have been more mean to. Anyway.
But the universe seemed to be on your side. Yes. Yeah.
For 11, do you have a script beforehand, and how was your editing process like?
I wrote. It was a script, but I'm not sure. It was like 12 pages of like very basic. Like Gabby went to the store or something like that. Like literally. And then like no dialogue except the last scene that was completely scripted. But all the other scenes were just the process was that I would talk to the actors beforehand, and I would share my idea of what they should talk about in the scene, and they would also contribute like their own ideas of what they think they can say, and then so it was very like right before the shot is when we would talk about the scene. So it was funny actually because my producer and DOP Martika Escobar was saying recently that during the shoot she did not remember looking at the script once. But like she still knew what was like, she didn't need to look at the script. I don't know if I looked at the script, but I think everyone, even without the script, like we had a sense of what we were doing this for, what it is. With the editing, yeah, it took 3 years to edit because it was something that our editor would do when she had the time, which is completely fine with me. Like, I don't want this to be the, like, when she has the time, that's fine. Like, when she has the time to do it. So it took a bit of time. And, like, I don't know why it took 3 years actually. But, yeah, but, you know, actually my joke is that there was a dialogue in there where I wrote, in God's time, they were sort of mocking God's timing, so I think God heard me and was like, oh, you're making fun of my timing? So it took 5 years for the film to be finished.
But sometimes, you know, there's a lot of filmmakers here, so sometimes films editing doesn't take that much time to move the machine, but it takes time for us to process emotionally where we want to go.
Right.
So the time it takes is not really just how long does it take to cut a few shots. It's emotionally for us to feel this is ready.
That's true.
And I think I think every filmmaker, including myself, has a idea about a film about COVID, but we were too not courageous enough maybe to shoot it in real time, and you needed, because a lot of us felt we need more time to process it, and I think you were just very courageous to shoot it and finish it. So actually you finished it probably 5 years before everybody.
Pioneer.
Yeah, also, sorry, can I add another thing? Like, we were editing it in 2023 and we had a bit of a problem because we were thinking that at that time the film festivals are like over pandemic films. So we were thinking we're not gonna get programmed because they feel like we don't wanna think about COVID anymore. It's 2023, like let's move on from this. So like, but I'm happy now that like, now I think people are more open to reflect on that period in our lives. Like, I think every one of us should get a medal for surviving that shit.
Yeah, also, I think the interesting thing for me is to see a film and see how international the experience was.
Alright,
Because I was here and this is Filipino, but the experience of all of us was so similar. We shared, I think it was a moment in time where the whole world felt so many similar feelings.
That's true.
Any more questions? Yeah.
Okay, question for both filmmakers. Are there any happy accidents you encountered while doing a production?
Oh. Happy accident? Oh, okay, yes. So Jim knew that. We were actually there were a scene. It was a crazy scene we took from the film because we feel like the tone was not quite suitable for this film. So when we were shooting like the park location, and then we were thinking about like why don't we just let Jim swimming in the pool without water. So Jim's like, let's fucking do it. And then we just like see, oh, there's no one there. So it was like, come on, Jim, let's do it. And then and then we started to film, and Jim just took off all his clothes, and then we just dive into the like water without water, and then swim in the pool. Like that scene was incredibly great, but the tone was not quite right. So we just took it. But that was really like one of the most amazing time when I was doing filmmaking. Yeah.
So we're being kicked out, but just a second before we have to go, I want to remind everybody for narrative fiction, if you like the movie, don't forget to vote for the audience award. And second, each one, 20 seconds, just say, what is your next project? So the audience will know, and how can they follow you and learn more about what you guys are doing and about your films?
Still figuring out. Thank you.
And how can they follow you or follow the film? Does it have a Facebook, Instagram, something, or just to look for it?
Follow my Instagram. Thank you.
Okay.
The film has an Instagram. It's called Small Films Forever. 4 is number 4. Small Films Forever. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming. And check out the rest of the program. We have an amazing lineup of film. Thank you.